Hello, hi. Hi, Dheeraj. Just a minute, I'm just setting up my mic and my camera. Hi, Rutik. Good evening. Good evening. Are you guys able to hear me out and see me? Hello? Yeah. Arun, thank you so much. Thank you so much for your support. Are you able to hear me clearly? Please drop a thumbs up if you are able to hear me and see me clearly. Ringtone, yeah, I'm getting calls, but it's now on silent, so you won't hear my ringtone now. Okay, you can ask me anything you want except for personal questions. Anything from technical analysis to risk management, how to control your emotions, or crypto, anything. You can even ask me to perform a technical analysis on any chart you want me to right now. I think BTC has done a fake out. Let's see what's BTC doing. It's in brainstorming. Okay. So let's start from the daily time frame. Yeah, like last time I told you that BTC is in a long term bear market, right? This was the top of it, and then the price moved in, and we are applying Elliott wave theory to it. So right now it is performing ABC pattern. The only problem is it's very hard to know when the pattern C or the wave C is going to end. So only thing that we can do right now is wait. And yes, this looks like a fake out to me because a lot of people are trying to jump over here thinking that it is a bull run. It is the beginning of a new bull run. But if we look at the economic conditions that do not really support a bull run right now, especially in an asset that moves 10% in a day up or down. So yeah, this can be a fake out. But where will this end? I'm not quite sure about it. Like if we move on to the weekly chart, let me just zoom in on it. Okay, let's remove the drawings. Okay, first of all, this was not at all a support, which tells us that that BTC has bottomed. The support I'm looking at is over here, which is around 9,000 or $10,000. And so if we see, the price still has to move till this level. uh Cannot hear you, uh Kishore. Please let me know if you are able to hear me. Hello. Just a minute, let me check. Can you hear? Okay. Kishore, please check your speaker. Okay, so yeah, that was the case with BTC. Now, the only problem is we don't know where this is going to end. So it's always better to wait for the price to drop after this, the fake out, and confirm that yes, we are right, our analysis is right, and this is a fake out. After that, like let's say the C ends here, we will get another movement down, then a retracement, and that's where we can find an entry. So right now we should just wait. Okay. Uh, Please can you do technical analysis on GBP USD? Sure. Let's move to GBP USD and see what's happening over there. It's on my 30-day challenge list. Hi Amul. Hi. Okay, so GBP USD. First of all, the economic conditions of pound is really worsening day by day, and I've been shorting it from time to time. Now, we are at the weekly chart, and this is kind of the resistance, and the price moved up, but then it failed to move down. So, if we try and draw a Fibonacci here, we have a rejection from 0.618, which usually tells that the price can move down and test this support again. But then let's go time frame lower. Okay, again here, if we see, the price is now, after this impulse, consolidating, that is in a correction. We can call it a range or a correction or consolidation, whatever you like. Now what can happen from here is the price can move up and then move down, but I won't be entering any buy trades, because if we look at the daily chart, we are clearly in a bear market or a downtrending market. So we do not want to go against the trend. So if I were to take a trade on this pair, let it be a day trade or a swing trade, I won't be entering a buy trade, because I do not want to oppose the trend, which is a strong downtrend. And even if you see the RSI, it's not oversold yet. Now if we go a time frame lower, which is to 4-hour time frame, let's see what's going on here. Okay, so right now if you see, this is a range, right? So if I were to enter a sell trade, like the market is downtrending, and if I want to enter a sell trade, which is a swing trade, then using price action, what I would do is I would wait for the price to go and touch this level, because that will provide me a easy and a low risk to reward ratio trade. But if I were to enter a trade here, I will short from here. My stop loss has to go above this to make sure that I be in a trade and I don't get stopped out by the price. Or else, the second thing which I could do is wait for the price to break out of it, then correct a bit, and then look for sell trade. And for buy entries, if this were to somehow turn into a uptrend, I will wait for the price to move up and break out of this resistance, and even after that, this can be a fake out. So I will wait for the price to test this several times and spend some time over here that confirms me that yes, now I can go long from here. Till now, I will just wait for the price to move up. Sir, anything on 200 EMA? Throw some light. Okay, just a minute. Let me clear this up. And let us first add 200 EMA. I already have 20 period EMA, which I'm using for a new strategy to test it. Let's go there and put 200 EMA. Now, the thing about 200 EMA which you need to understand is you cannot use 200 EMA on a time frame lower than 4 hour. You should at least have 4 hour time frame to use 200 EMA. And now first let us understand what 200 EMA does and how does it tell you about a trend. Now you would have heard about a basic thing that when the price is above the EMA, it tells you that it's an uptrend, and when it's below, it tells you that it's a bear market or downtrend, right? Now what and how EMA does that is, let us say we are using 200 EMA right now. So what this indicator will do, it will go across, go to the last 200 candles that are formed on the price chart and calculate a average of it. and that price is represented by a slope which tells us that yes, this is an average, and whenever the price moves to the average price usually when it's below it, it moves down. When it's above it, it moves up. So this is how EMA usually works. Now, Rutik, I want you to know. I want to hear from you. Like, what do you want me to make you understand? Like, what are your questions regarding 200 EMA? Please let me know what else do you want me to tell you about 200 EMA. Do you want to know how to enter a trades using it, or what is it just used for? How do we use to take sniper entries? Okay, yeah. So the easiest way to take sniper entries using 200 EMA is to look for pullbacks. Okay, now let's try to construct a strategy right here. Okay, let's say that you are using 200 EMA to take trades. So what purpose this 200 EMA will serve is, it will just tell you the trend of the market. Okay, but for entries you need the trend plus an entry trigger, which is usually a momentum change, some indicator that tells you about momentum change. Like I have on my chart RSI, 14 period RSI. So we will use trend indicator, which is EMA, and RSI, which tells us about the momentum change. Now you usually people try and use crossover, that is moving average crossover, to take trades, but that's not how you use it, because if you do that, you will get a lot of lag and your stop loss will be taken away by the price. So what you need to do is, you need to first clearly find out what the trend is. Like in this case, the market is bearish, right? The price is moving below this moving average you see over here. Now, if anytime the price moves above and touches the moving average, that is where we can find a pullback entry, because the price is near the EMA, that is the 200 period EMA, which tells us that the price has corrected enough and now can move down. Now to confirm this theory, we need an momentum oscillator, and we need to see if the price is overbought or oversold. Right, in this case the price should be overbought. Like this line over here on the RSI should move till 70 or above 70, and only then we can enter a trade. We can also use divergence in this case. I hope things are clear to you. How to deal with, it's a question from Amol Janged, how to deal with boom and buster that I have a losing streak too. Okay, Amol, can you explain me some more? Like, can you provide me with some more details? Like, what is happening with you? How many trades did it took to blow your account? Or some more details so that I can understand it clearly and then give you a proper solution of it. Please provide me with some more details in the comment section. Okay, so Rutik, I hope you got the answer for how to use the 200 EMA. Sir, once you had the bust the myth and said you can convert small account to big amount, and yesterday I've converted 100 to 800, and I appreciate you. Just a minute. Okay, so Chiku Jena, his question is, sir, once you had bust the myth and said you can convert small amount to big amount, and yesterday I've converted $100 to $800. Wow, that's nice, and I highly appreciate you to only few in YouTube who say like that. Uh, I'm not sure if I'm able to understand what your question is over here, but I will still try to answer from what I have understood. So, what you are trying to say is you have converted your $100 to $800 and busted a myth that you cannot use small trading accounts for trading. Please let me know what your question is, Chiku. Also, let me know in the comments section after converting your $100 account to 800, which is impressive. Were you able to keep it, or did you lost it all? Because that's the most important thing. A lot of people, they are able to convert or flip the accounts from a certain amount and move it 5 times, 10 times. But the problem is they are not able to keep it on a long term. Like, it is a very major problem with traders. What they do not understand is, I want to tell you something. The thing is, trading and flipping accounts are two different things. Regular trading or main trading is like you aim for making 5 to 10% monthly and your goal is long term. And in such case the strategy works, your risk is less, and you are profitable over a long term. But flipping accounts requires a lot of luck. No matter what you say, whether you believe this or not, but you will have to agree at one point that a lot of luck is required when flipping accounts. Yes, skill is important, you cannot do it without skill, but you also have to accept that luck plays a big role in flipping accounts. And when you accept that, you will also accept that when you flip an account from, let's say, 100 to 800, then you will have to close it. You will have to take that money from the account and shift it to somewhere which is safe. That's how you make money over a long term. Now, what I'm trying to say is, if you want to make a lot of money in trading, you need to have two accounts. One account which is your main trading account where you are trading properly and you are not treating it as a flipping account thing, and other one which is your flipping account where you will flip accounts from, let's say now he flipped his account from 100 to 800. If he do not stop here, or let's say even if it moves to $8,000, at some point, if he do not stop and put this money from risky to safe trading account, he will blow it. Why? Simply because the risk he is taking right now with this account is very huge. And with and it's and anyone just needs one or two trades to blow entire profit that they make while flipping accounts. So it's very important to always transfer the amount they make to the main account or a safe account, something of a safe investment. And that is how you are able to keep the money from flipping accounts. Now Amul is saying, I buy 5% account, I pass it. Okay, so I assume that this is some kind of a funding broker and made 15% profit, and after my first withdrawal my account is on 7% loss. Okay, Amul, how is this possible that you passed a challenge, you made 15% profit, and after your first withdrawal your account is on 7% loss? How is that possible? Like, the withdrawal you are gonna take, especially in a funded account, will be on the profit you make. You cannot just withdraw any amount you want. So are you saying that you were able to take your first withdrawal and then when you went back and started trading again, you are on a 7% loss? So if that is the case, like if you have started trading again and you have a 7% loss, what you can do is, you can take first and most important thing which you can do right away is to take a break. Take a break of 1 to 2 days and figure out what went wrong. If you maintain a journal, go through it. Okay, and but if you are still not able to stop trading, then what you can do is lower the risk to 0.5%. and that way you won't get any major emotions. You will be having a clarity of mind and you will be able to trade very easily with ease. Right now, and anyone who has 7% loss this early is gonna freak out. And it's important to stay calm at this point, and the only way to stay calm is when you reduce your risk to 0.5% and only increase it to 1% or 2% after you win 2 or 3 trades, and after you are able to feel calm or you are able to see positive changes in yourself. Unless you will blow your account, so it's very essential for you to take a break, reevaluate things, and then lower the risk. Okay, there's another. Rutik says because of bad risk management. Yes, that's major account blower right there. Kingsley says, "Can you give me a trade, please? I have almost burned my account again. Please give me a trade. I have $80 account size." Kingsley, I'm not sure I can give you any trade. I do not provide signals, and even if I provide you with a trade, there's not a guarantee that it will be a winner. Right? I do not have a magic ball right in front of me which tells me that this trade is going to be a winner. So I would not like to risk your money, and I won't like if you lose your money just because of me. So I cannot give you a trade. How much minimum capital required for full-time trading? That's a nice question, Dheeraj. And I would like to answer this, but this is going to take some time. Okay. So Dheeraj says, how much minimum capital is required for full-time trading? Okay. So this is a very nice question. Why? Because it initially, when someone comes into trading and try to think about this, he is already in the 1% winning traders when he starts like this. Like, how much is the real capital needed for trading? And the solution or the answer to this is, first you need to find out what are you trading for. Like, someone can trade for full-time job. It can be like a full-time hustle for someone. So for someone it can be a part-time thing. For someone it can just be an investment that they are trying to make. Okay, first you need to find out why are you trading. The why is very important. Okay, like let's say for an example, let's say that I am trading to earn my monthly expenses, right? Now I have my why. Why am I trading? To earn my monthly expenses. After I have my why, what I need to find is how much is my monthly expenses. Like, let's say my monthly expenses are $250. Okay, let's just assume it that my monthly expenses that I need to take out from trading is $250. So the capital that I require to trade easily without any emotions professionally is such that my monthly expenses should be 5% of it. Like, let's say my monthly expenses are $250, right? So for this to be 5% of my main account, I will require an account of $5,000, and this is how I start my trading with. This is the amount I will require to start my trading if I have to do it professionally. I'm not trying to gamble my money here. I'm with because I know 5% is very easy for me. At least for me, it's very easy to achieve 5% consistently from month to month. And even if I lose, I do not lose more than 5%. So if we see 10% of $5,000 is $500, and the half of it is $250, which is the monthly expenses I require. So the right amount for me will be 5,000. Now a lot of you would say that, but sir, $250 are very less and 5% is very less. Well, that can change from time to time. Like, you need to test yourself as you move on. What I'm trying to say is, let us say some individual can be comfortable making 10% a month, some can be comfortable making 15% a month, and some can be comfortable making 5% a month. Because what is going to happen is, the higher you aim to make, the higher your risk is going to be. Like, if you are trying to aim for 10%, then your risk is going to be higher. So what you need to do is, you need to find out what is a good percentage for you, when you do not get any emotions, when you do not get sleepless nights, and you have to trade very easily. You need to find all those things, and then you have to adjust how much percentage are you going to aim for. But the answer to your question of how much percentage, no, sorry, how much money do you need to start, or how much money should one start with, you need to first find the why, and then the why should be 5%. Then you need to find the amount, be specific with it, and then that amount should be 5% of your total trading capital, and that should be your account you start with. I hope, Dheeraj, you got your answer. I take risk of 0.25%. Amul, that's good. Then I don't think you should have any problem if you're taking that low risk, because 0.25% is very low. So emotions is not a part. Can you tell me more of what has happened with you? Like, did you get through a losing streak while losing the 7%, or did you risk too much on that trade? If you can share me the details of that, I can help you even further. So Chiku says, it took me 2 years to gain that kind of confidence and skill. I was so confident yesterday since I had seen the kind of patterns many times. That's why I could convert 100 to 800. But Chiku, you can like only take. Okay, so Chiku, what I'm trying to say is, it would be really better for you if you keep a certain amount from what you have converted somewhere safe, because that way you will still have money left with you to trade with, even if you blow this, which I don't think you can, which you should not blow it, and you will not blow it. Okay, Dheeraj, yes. I break my rules and make a loss of 4% a day. That is my starting mistake. Then, like, look, right now you already know what your mistake is, which is you broke your rule and took a loss of more than 4% a day, which was not initially your rule. So what you just need to do is go on and set a alert or something like this. Like, many brokers provide you with an inbuilt alert that you can only risk 2% a day or such things. So you can look for that and set something like that that can help you with this, and you can easily come up with a solution. How to use Forex Factory news to trade BTC? Okay, so let's go to Forex Factory for that. Okay, right now we are on Forex Factory, and now let's see how to use it. First of all, you need to understand that BTC will not react on every other news that is present on Forex Factory. It will mostly only react on the news of US dollars. And why? The reason for this is, US dollar is a reserve currency. That is, it is a currency that is used all over the world. And when there is a good news for it, BTC is supposed to tank, because US dollar is gonna get strong. And whenever there is a bad news, BTC is supposed to move up, because the dollar is getting weak. So what you need to do is just go to Forex Factory. Now over here, go to filter and then choose only red and orange box, because these two are not used, these are not heavy impact news. Only the orange and red box are very high impact news. So just choose these two, click on apply filters, and now first of all adjust this as per your time zone. Like I'm from India, so I'm keeping it to Chennai, Kolkata, Mumbai, New Delhi, and time format to AM PM so that we are aware when the news is. Now the most smartest choice for anyone is, whenever there is a news, stay away from trading at least half an hour before the news and only start after half an hour. Like let's say tomorrow there is a news, like tomorrow is 31 and we have a news on US dollars at 6 p.m. So I will not trade from 5:30 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. because I know that there is a high impact news and the price can move however it want. So I will just try to stay away from it. Now let's say if you are into a trade, like if you are already in a trade, then what you need to do is you just need to keep your stop loss at break even. If the price has moved in your direction, if not, you can keep the stop loss where it was. Okay, so that you can stay in your trade. Apart from this, now how to read if the news is positive or negative? Let's see that. Okay, so let me take a high impact news. Okay, so here we have ADP non-farm employment change. So if you see, there's a box right here. You have to click on that box. Now there are three sections right in front of it. There is actual one, forecast one, and previous one. And by the way, this is the history of this news. Okay, so the actual news means what this news came out to be at the scheduled time. Okay, then there is the forecast news. That means what is the forecasters aiming for the news to be like, and this is the previous news. Now in this case what happens is, if now this is about employment, so when we talk about employment, the higher the employment numbers in any country, the better their economy is doing, and the better the economy is doing, the better or stronger their currency will be. So in this case, like let's say tomorrow there's a news, and if the actual news come out to be higher than 141k, that is higher than forecast, then we can see a strong movement in US dollars pairs, because USD will get stronger. But now let's say if the new numbers comes out to be higher than the previous one but lower than the forecast, then the price can move sideways. So you have to understand that it's not about the previous numbers, it's always about the forecast. If it's higher than forecast, it's going to be very strong movement. Like if you just right now go to 2nd August 2023 and check, the forecast was 191k, but the actual news came out to be 324k. So if you go on any US dollars pair, you will see a strong movement on that pair at that time. So this is how you use Forex Factory to trade BTC or any pair you want, any Forex pair that involves USD. Okay, so I hope that I was able to answer all of your questions, and I hope this session was helpful for you. I will see you guys in next week with another live AMA session. Thank you so much for joining me. I will see you next week.